Hey guys, this is Tanner with Utility Disc Golf, and today I'm reviewing the Discmania TD. The TD is a lot like a longer FD, so let's get into the review and see how this thing flies. So let's start by talking about the look and feel of the TD. For the majority of the review, I threw the TD in the C-line plastic, but I also threw it in the S-line and the D-line plastic. The C-line plastic is a more durable plastic from Discmania. It wears down very slowly over time, so you can get a nice consistent flight for the majority of the life of the disc. The rim of the TD is very comfortable in the hand. It's a 10-speed driver, so regardless of your hand size, you can still feel like you can get a good grip on this disc. The rim isn't too wide. The one thing that I like about the TD is that the bottom of the rim has kind of a more of a convex or a straight edge as it goes out to the end of the rim, whereas most discs kind of have a concave shape. The TD has like what they call like a bullet shape, where it's a nice smooth edge from the bottom to the end of the rim, which I really like. It gives it a nice ergonomical feel in the hand. The TD is a great driver for shaping multiple shots. It can be thrown on different angles and different speeds to really cover any shape that you need on the course. When I threw the TD on a flat release, it would go dead straight with a slight turn to the right before having a nice easy fade out back at the end. Depending on how hard I threw the TD, I could get it to go dead straight before having that fade, and if I really ripped on it flat, it would have a turn to the right and then a nice fade at the end. On an anhyzer release, the TD would have a nice long left to right panning anhyzer shot, meaning that it would hold that anhyzer angle for the majority of its flight before the fade kicks in and it lands nice and softly on the ground. Depending on how fast you throw the TD or how aggressive of an anhyzer angle you put on it, the TD can turn into a great long distance roller disc for you. When I threw the TD on a hyzer angle, it would hold the hyzer angle for the entire flight before hitting the ground. If I threw the TD on a slight hyzer, like a hyzer flip, it would pop up to flat, go dead straight for probably 80 to 90% of its flight before having a nice soft fade at the end. I can really see the TD being utilized on those narrow fairways where you really need to get a lot of distance off the tee. I also threw the TD in the S-line plastic and the D-line plastic. The S-line plastic is a little bit softer plastic than the C-line. It's still durable, but it's got a nice little tackiness to it and it's pretty pliable. The mold of the S-line compared to the C-line, I noticed that at least for this disc, the S-line has a little bit more dome to it. So if you like a nice pop top to your disc, the S-line plastic in the TD might be what you're looking for. As far as flight characteristics go, I didn't notice a huge difference between the S-line and the C-line. The S-line was a little bit less stable, so when I threw it on a flat release, it would want to turn to the right more, and when I threw it on a hyzer angle, it would have a tendency to pop up to flat a little bit more often. But overall, I really like the S-line plastic. I like the grip and the pliability of it. The D-line plastic is a more affordable plastic from Discmania. It's got a nice chalky, tacky feel to it. It's got a little bit of pliability, but as far as the flight characteristics go between the C-line and the D-line is much more understable. So when I threw the TD on a flat release with the same arm speed as the C-line, the D-line would flip over and turn into a cut roller for me. If you threw the TD on a hyzer angle, it would pop up to flat and even turn over to the right a little bit before fading back to the left. I can see the D-line being a great plastic type if you're looking for a roller right out of the box, or if you're a newer player and don't have a fast arm speed, the D-line is going to be a good disc that you can get a lot of distance and that nice S shape right out of the box. It is a softer plastic, so it's going to beat in a little bit quicker over time, so just be aware of that it's going to become more and more understable the longer you throw it. The TD is a great driver for beginners and pros. If you're a beginner, you're going to love the distance that you get with the TD right out of the box, and it'll be a nice disc to kind of judge where your arm speed's at. When you're throwing it flat and you're noticing the disc start to turn over a little bit or starting to turn into a roller, it might be time to upgrade to a faster disc or a more overstable mold. If you're an experienced player, you're going to love the TD for those long left to right panning anhyzer shots, the hyzer flip to flat straight shots for the narrow fairways, and even backhand rollers. If you like this video, please leave us a like. If you have any questions about the TD, please leave them in the comments section down below. If you'd like to see more disc reviews from Discmania, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and until next time, stay fly.